My dear sisters and brothers in Christ, we are fast approaching the end of our Lenten season, and today is the fifth Sunday of Lent. The Gospel reading highlights the merciful and loving heart of Jesus, who saves an adulterous woman condemned to death according to the Mosaic Law. The woman was caught in the act of adultery, and the Scribes and the Pharisees bring her to Jesus to know how he is going to interpret the Mosaic Law. Now, this poor woman's life is completely dependent on the decision of Jesus. But this is a great opportunity for Jesus to show compassion and to deliver her from all kinds of evil. Jesus knows that it is not the woman, but he is the target of the Scribes and Pharisees. They want to create an occasion to judge and condemn him based on his judgment on this matter. The Scribes and Pharisees are aware that Jesus welcomes sinners and eats with them. They have no idea how Jesus would manage this situation, since Moses has already made the judgment in this case. Here, Jesus shows great compassion to the one who has no support and love. When everyone around her is standing with a stone in their hand, Jesus embraces her with a forgiving and loving heart. Jesus' attitude in such cases is already expressed in his conversations with Nicodemus. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world might be saved through him. Jesus is writing on the ground with his finger when they are pressuring him to make the condemnation. He might be writing the new law of love and a precept for a new way of life for all of us. It is something like God wrote the law with his finger on tablets of stone for the people of Israel. But his judgment was very clear. Let him who is without sin among you be the first to throw a stone at her. He is asking the accusers to look into themselves and to examine their way of life before God. This woman was caught in the act of adultery, and there should be more people involved in it. The hypocrisy is evident, and Jesus slowly exposes it before them. Some of these men might be guiltier than this poor woman. To such people, Jesus asked this question: why do you notice the splinter in your brother's eye, but do not perceive the wooden beam in your own eye? Jesus provokes them to evaluate their life before condemning someone else as sinners. The dramatic scene continues when Jesus raised his eyes and looks at the eyes of this condemned woman. He did not ask her for an explanation, clarification, or not even the circumstances of the whole event. He does not want to enter into a theoretical discussion of the nature of Mosaic Law. The only concern for Jesus here is saving the soul of this woman by expressing the love of God. It is rather ironic that Jesus asks the woman, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" Then comes the judgment of Jesus, which is soothing not only to the woman but to all of us. "Neither do I condemn you. Go and do not sin again." My dear sisters and brothers in Christ, our world should have been a better place to live if we stop condemning our fellow human beings. Jesus can see our hearts, and we all need the unconditional pardon and love of God. Jesus is our model, and we should always be people of love and forgiveness. The invitation of Jesus to have a new life devoid of sin, but at the same time filled with the presence of God.